Our first war with Portugal ended in a bit of a draw, is what I'm calling it. We took money from them, but they did kind of force me into ending the war early. I'm actually going to take the hit on points and instead gain the tradition for that. So that in the hopes that I'm not going to make this guy, I'm not going to promote this guy, I'm not going to re-elect him, I'll put it that way. Because he's too old. I mean, I guess he's not too old. 41? Oh, why not? I'll probably re-elect him. No, he's got a terrible... I mean, it's not terrible, but it's kind of bad. Trait. We are gaining money. We should be gaining more money once we start protecting trade in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, which we will do. Let's bring our main army... Oh wait, no, we're waiting on Mescalero Separatists to rise up. Washington, D.C.'s natives have risen up. Oh yeah, there's that. I'm going to recruit an explorer. I already had an explorer. Well, shit. Alright. Well, waste of points. So I want to take 3 lights. Put him in charge. Go. And of course he can't explore anything. Except for... Wait. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and protect Gulf of St. Lawrence. And we'll see how that affects our trade income. Right now we have 48% of the trade in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. While protecting trade, our trade value, our collecting goes up by 5 ducats, and we have now 66% of the trade in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Alright, so... Right, we have that colony going. I'm actually going to go sit on Panama City until we drive that unrest down to 0. And I will consider a war with Cotto, despite it calling a bunch of people in. Oh, okay, it's actually... I think the Trade League has actually deteriorated a little bit. They used to have like 5 members in that Trade League, now they're down to 3. Part of that might be me taking care of Mescalero. With any luck, our next ruler will be a young guy who doesn't have a negative trait, or too bad of a negative trait. Grant export licenses, or privileges have to be earned. Yep. We will go back up to 100 Republican tradition. In all fairness, that's not a terrible... I'm going to re-elect him. As bad of an idea I think that is. Muscular Separatists are down to 30%. I think at the end of this month I will move my army up into position to attack Kato. We've been in this position before, by the way, and last time I decided, no, I'm going to go attack the Cherokee. And then I ended up declaring war on Portugal. And we all know how that turned out. So hopefully this time, me planning a war against Kato doesn't turn into me attacking somebody else and then attacking somebody who actually has an advantage because they have a large navy and that I can't really defend against. Washington, D.C. is finished. And I guess we'll take a Morale of Navy's guy. And I'm actually going to... No. Mansfield is the one that needs to finish before... Or no, Mansfield or Scottshire needs to finish before I send one up to Mysoon. Okay. We are gaining money. What is our conquistador doing? He's all the way down in the Baja Peninsula. There is no more Terra Incognita. Or, I mean, there is no more Wasteland. So everything can be explored. We just have to do it manually because our capital is in a colonial area. Wait a minute. Is this something smart to do? Cost me 160. I'm actually going to go for it. So will that increase my number of points? Or will my percentage at all? 68? 70? Alright, that's a little bit. Worth it? Debatable. Portugal's Louisiana provinces have Sunni zealots again because of expelling minority. 84% on Huron. Zoo is converted. I don't really care about converting Norfolk. Wait, we are 4th rank great power? It's scary. Considering we started with nothing. Alright, and now that we have an inland center of trade there that is a level 2, I'm going to... Can't actually build a trade depot, but I will build a trade post. Which we can eventually upgrade to a trade depot. We're probably nowhere near the highest value trade node in the world. But that's okay. I should probably protect trade in the Caribbean too. Or privateer the Caribbean. I can see all of South America now for the most part as well. and most of North America. Norway is still colonizing land that needs to be mine, and we are going to keep this guy. We'll see how this goes. We still have, yeah, we still have all of our transports. I need to, I can't annex Zapotec right now, can I? I guess I could if I had 190 relations with them. We're actually gaining. Oh, okay. That stability is extremely helpful then. Whirling Cape has been converted. So, at 2 stability right now, we can maintain a fervent focus 100% of the time. We can lose a ton of money. No, we are not going to lose that much money for... Oh my god, Kato's general. It's crazy. Let's do this. Let's just conquer them. They are 50 military tech. Okay. We do have 80% in the Ohio node. And this navy needs to have the... I don't think it will actually help them steer trade or anything. Great Britain is at war with Castile. And the Castilian reconquest of Biscay. And Castile is winning. Good. And it looks like Burgundy is... They could possibly take a lot of land from England in this. Okay, there we go. Finally we can go and colonize Lysuna. Couple more months and we will have Huron. I cannot ask for annexation when they're at war. Right, there's that. Don't do anything stupid, Huron. Please. I'd really prefer to... not have to, like, rescue you from something. Colony of Alexandria is self-sustaining. Continue to move down the coast. Where are they going? Traveling Minstrel, and we are at 3 stability. And we should be dealing with the Pima army. Maybe a stack wipe? Oh, that was a large disparage, something, whatever word, English. I know there's a word. There's a large difference in our morale. I was hoping to use a different word, but brain work good. Honest merchants of the United States, global trade power plus 10%, extremely helpful. Because will that put us at 73%? I mean, will that put us at 75%? Probably. Yep. Where are they going? Alabama? Greenville, North Carolina. These guys need to go to Three Rivers. These ships need to come down and join the other transports. And I need to seriously think about... Where are they going? Oh, they're going nowhere. I need to seriously think about upgrading my navy, integrating Huron. Yeah, that's fine. No, actually... The trial, we'll withdraw from public life. Keep our Republican tradition as high as possible. Even though it costs us points every time, I think it's worth it. I keep forgetting to make sure I'm chasing after these guys. Wait, we're making 20 ducats a month right now? That's crazy. Recall deployment from Zapotec. And it's Tlapanic Tyrona. It says tiny. Let's fabricate on Campeche then. Once our diplomat gets back. We might be able to catch their army. And we will, I think. Should be able to. When do I lose my second missionary? 1579, October, September. So Chera would finish before before we lose our second missionary. And there's another army dealt with. Let's go lay siege to the Chickasaw. Mansfield is almost done. In fact, I don't actually need these guys to wait around here anymore. I'm going to focus on the Gulf of St. Lawrence now. East Yucatan is a decent colony. Or not colony, state. And we need another seat. It's Guatemala lowlands. Alright, give me an idea for Boston, Norfolk, Virginia, Rolling Cape, Quebec, Havana, Plymouth, Delaware, New York, St. Patrick. Plymouth, Delaware, New York, all have seats. St. Patrick's, Dominica, Martinique. What about Grenada? Grenada and Trinidad. That is the one I'm looking at, right? Yeah. Alright, cool. Finally paying back loans again. And my god, we are making a lot of money. Mansfield is finished. Don't think there are any provinces that are higher. Actually, there's a 5 development right there. That's really what I should be focusing on. This is the 5 development one. So let's bring these guys up there, and then next colonists we send out that are up in Canada. Ooh, if I remember right, this is a great event. Except it doesn't really help us too much right now. American Philosophical Society. The society was founded by Benjamin Franklin and John Bartram in 1743, lapsed into inactivity in 1746, but was revived in 1769 and united with the American Society for Promoting Useful Knowledge under the name American Philosophical Society, held at Philadelphia for promoting useful knowledge. It maintains a standing committee on American improvements, and one of its latest projects was to study the prospects of a canal to connect the Chesapeake Bay and the Delaware River. The Society is looking into establishing a prize for achievement in the field of navigation, astronomy, or natural philosophy. The scientist Jean Hyacinth Magellan has offered a grant to the president of the Society, Benjamin Franklin, in order to establish the Magellanic Premium, but the Society could always do with more money. Sounds impressive, let's sponsor it. Find a less expensive way to support it. For 20 years, idea cost minus 20%. At the cost of a ton of money. Okay, so I need to take another level of... I need to take my next level of admin as soon as possible. Alright, so that's going on down there. Where are these guys going? Right, all the way up there. These guys need to go and deal with that. I was really hoping until I would finish my next idea group before I got that event. But I'll take it now, I guess. Current ruler is a 522. Really? Alright, once we get up to deal with the Pima army, we'll call it good. Nope, they are... they're running away. See if we can catch them. And we've already won the Siege of Chickasaw. They already give me full annexation and all of their money. Go ahead and court. Pawnee and Pima. Pima are... Oh yeah, Pima are closer than... Closer than I keep remembering they are. And they won't give me that. Let's go lay siege to Pima. And then maybe to Pawnee. Not sure where they're all going to. Oh, I know where they're going. But we are going to cross a strait into them. I just realized something. Where is my... Alright, my conquistador is on his way back. Cheyenne is still a tribe. They haven't migrated in a while, though. Don't know why they're going all the way up here. No debate in Congress. Alright, hey, look, another colonist. Sure. Local autonomy in Havana. Sure, we'll go with it. A little bit of corruption. Military support isn't bad. More corruption. I'll take a loss in fervor. Lose one republic tradition. That's not terrible. Don't really feel like granting commissions if I can avoid it. Military, diplomatic, and stand to support populace, I guess. And Ontario, I guess? Yep. And now we'll see how that affects our... Okay, we're losing money. And we are also over to inflation. And now we are not losing money. Greenville, North Carolina has native rising. Pay back another loan, even though I guess it's... We're nowhere near, or we're just as close to paying off a loan, or all of our loans as we were a long time ago. Indians supplied with weapons from Great Britain. Our war against the natives of America has become increasingly difficult. After some investigating, we have found proof of British merchant and government agents supplying our enemies with weapons in hopes of blocking further American expansion. Thanks, Dad. Siege of Pima should be close to being done. Truce with Portugal has ended. Let's go to war with Portugal. No. Not now. Richmond gains 1 base tax. I don't know why Castile's sitting in Louisiana. Oh, right. They're probably waiting out the war with They're probably waiting in a place close to Mexico because they've sieged the British down. I wonder if they'll take the concede colonial Mexico for war score. What's the war in Europe look like? It looks like Great Britain might lose some stuff to Burgundy. We'll have to see on that. Alright. The Pawnee are sieging me down. Become my vassal. I'm actually tempted to make them my vassal. In fact, I'm not using my... What are these guys doing up here? Why did I even send these guys up here? Oh well. I'm going to end this episode here, and in the next one, hopefully we'll be able to end this war finally.